properly.
Excellent. But then, are you able to recall the difference between a class and an object?
I know about class, but I don't know about object.
Okay, that's interesting. How you manage to run your employee and the company? How you
I
manage to
called it
create?
using the like I
Mhm,
created the two different classes, the employee class and the company class, and then I called it here, like what we learned before.
Interesting. Can you share with me your classes then?
Yeah. My employee class is this,
Mm-hmm.
and then my company class is
Okay.
yeah.
And it works?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I know what do we call E1, E2, and E3?
Uh, it's the same as my student, the S1, S2, S3.
Yeah, I understand, but
Yeah.
what do we call E1 and E2 in E3? So they are variables?
Uh, I don't know that term, but
Mm-hmm. Okay.
like what
So
it's called.
okay. When you called, let me see. Where is okay? This one. Sum is what?
When you add the
Yeah, I understand. But
yeah,
what is the name of the sum
it's a
itself?
it's a variable.
Okay, and what is double?
It's a oh, what's the
Sure.
term? It's like
Mhm.
ah, I forgot now. I know it, but I forgot. Um, is it like initializing?
The process itself is initializing, yes. The
Yeah.
initialization is putting zero inside sum, but double
Oh
is
yeah.
is a data type.
Yeah.
So what other data types that we have other than double?
Integer, string,
Mhm.
all of that. Yeah.
Um, m- why don't we call employee a data type?
Uh, hmm.
How many variables inside the employee class?
Uh, Inside the employee class, only two, right? Name
Okay.
and the salary.
So, and what is the difference between if we have, so you created employee, which is a data
Yeah.
type, a kind of
Yeah.
data type, and you also created, what is this? Employees? What should we call that?
Oh, that is oh, it's the same thing we did for the car and all that. I just forget what is the like the what the term is. I guess that is a variable.
I mean, okay, so
Yeah.
when we surround something like that, or when
Yeah.
we use these square brackets when we are declaring something, what do we
Yeah.
refer to that? What is that? Is it called array list,
Oh,
or,
yeah.
or is
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
called array,
Yeah.
or is it
Array.
called the list? Which one of those? Array?
Oh.
Which one of
Mm,
those three?
I can't remember if it just list or if it is array list.
Okay. It is just a list. Okay. So,
Okay. Okay.
employee is a data type, but it is a composite data type. Why we say composite? Because a composite data type can contain uh, data types inside it. So
Yeah.
double, when you create it, does not have any, it's only a single variable of type double, and it does not contain
Mm,
anything other than that. But employee it is a composite one because it have name and it have a salary inside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it can also have more. Am I right? So we call it a composite data type. And when you create E1, we cannot call E1 as just a variable. It is actually an object because why? It is creating a new composite data type, which is employee. And employee is a class. When we
Yeah.
create an instance of the class and we initialize that instance to some kind of values like Alice and this 50,000, so
Yeah.
E1 become an object. Object,
Okay.
clear?
Yeah.
So why the word object is important? Because when we talk about, when you hear in your further studies the concept of OOP or object oriented programming, actually object is a solid foundation and understanding that you need to know. I know you know how to do it, but when they
Yeah.
call it, do you know object oriented? So maybe you are blur then. So it's
Mm,
good
mm.
to remember the term. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
what do we call employees in that case? It is an array, for example, that carry
Mm.
what inside? What is inside here?
A list
A
or the
list,
objects,
a
a
list of
list of
objects.
objects.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And uh, did we ever write a code that pass to the constructor a list of objects or an array of objects? Did you do that before? Is it the first time for you,
Uh,
or you
I
have done that before?
think no, I think we did it before. Can't remember. I think we did it before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, May I understand on what point that you calculated the average salary of everybody? Can you take me to the company class and tell me how you
Okay.
do it? Mhm.
There.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, perfect. You use a
Yeah.
for statement, right? It's a
Yeah.
for loop.
It's a
Okay,
for loop. Yeah.
okay. May I understand what do we call that for loop? Do we call it a normal for loop is or a for each loop?
Uh, no, this is not because the normal for loop. I remember this is the one that we learned. The
Last
normal for
class.
loop is the one with the I and all. Yeah. Then we learned this one last class.
So should we call it for each loop?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we don't have I and we don't increment and we don't start from zero and we don't have a limit that we need to stop at, so we call it for
Yeah.
each. Can you recall that?
Yeah.
Okay. Mhm. And may I understand why you have why you created a static method, even though it is not required in the exercise?
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. The exercise only have one method, average salary. So that part we're going to explain in the next slide, and I didn't give you the next slide. So that's why I'm surprised. Why is that here? How you managed to do that? Or
I
never mind.
because
Uh-huh.
without it, it wouldn't work, right? So
Okay, but then can I
it's
know?
just a lot of trial and error.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Okay, may
Yeah.
I know from you?
Yeah.
So this and this do the same thing. Why we do we need to pass a list of employees as a parameter if we are able to achieve like that, the for each?
Because that's what the question asked for, right?
No,
They wanted to
open the
do this.
question.
Okay. The question. Okay.
You managed to open the question.
Yeah.
So you can read loud.
Yeah, sure. The like I have the public class here, the with the employee, then the consider another class called company, which contains an array of employee objects. This
Mhm.
class contains two methods: an instance method called average, which return average salary of the employees, and a static version of the average method. So
Oh, so they write that we need to use a
yeah,
static
yeah,
version. Okay, perfect. Then okay, then again, what is the static version? What does it mean? And why it's having an input parameter that is an array, like what you are writing at the moment? So why in the company we have two versions? Like he
yeah,
said, yes, create a static version, and you created it. It's correct. Okay,
yeah,
fine. But
yeah,
my question to you now is that why is it static version does not work like the previous version of the same? Because both of them is doing the same thing. You are writing exactly the same code inside.
yeah.
Why one is having an input parameter as a list, and why the other one doesn't have? So can you please go to the company
Because
class?
because the company is taking into account the E1, E2, E3, right?
Mhm. So I mean, okay, you see here, employees,
Yeah,
employees, and the same for loop you're using here.
yeah. But except here, I'll have the list inside. Like I'll have the list values, right? So it's
Okay, why then the list is already inside your class? So why don't you use it from there? So go up, please. No, no,
oh
no. Go
okay.
up in the company. Yeah. So this is the list of employees. And
Yeah.
may I know where is your constructor in this class?
This is my constructor.
Excellent, excellent. Okay.
Yeah,
So so you are assigning your constructor.
yeah,
So you are assigning what? What is this step? Can you explain it to me? This no, no, go up here.
yeah.
What is that step?
I can't remember now. I'm like you assign the. I can't remember.
Okay,
Mm,
so this is an input.
yeah,
There is input parameter. You are passing
correct.
some input to your constructor, and then
Yeah,
this you are putting it equal here. Am I right? And why are you
yeah.
putting this?
Because what is it? I can't remember now what was the reason. Uh, because without it, it didn't work. So then I tried to find out a way, and then this is what this I got.
Okay, my question to you: if we
Yeah.
change these employees into, will that work?
Change employees into E. Uh,
Yes, please change it.
this one or this one?
Um, Change the input and tell me what can we do to make it work.
Okay, you want me to like change this one?
Yes, true. Yeah, change it.
Okay. So like I mean to put E1 or just E, like E1,
Just
E2.
E and try to run and fix the error.
Hmm. I mean without calling, because I need to call this, right? So then how do I?
So can we know what is the error that you need to fix? Can you read what is the error?
Yeah, they cannot read the array length because it's in the main at
Tell me
155, right?
where is that? So where is the exact error? What is the line of the error? In company, it is
One,
10.
yeah, company 10. Oh,
So it means that here it is okay. It doesn't show an error. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Hmm.
So the error appears to you on here.
Yeah. When I am doing the loop.
He say cannot read the array length, right? Because
Yeah.
it's null. Do you know
Yeah.
what the mean null?
Yeah. Null is like NA. Like
Null is means
like
that
a zero or
yes, it's an empty list
yeah.
or empty array.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, can you? Okay, so it means that your code is missing something. Your code is missing or does not deal with uh, if you pass an empty array to here and then he tried to loop through an empty array, that give him an error. It doesn't work with him. So can you please
Yeah.
put an if statement that deal with null?
Uh, okay. Inside my for loop here, or
No, I mean,
how do I
so here
how would I do?
before your for loop, you need to
Yeah.
because the error will appear once you try to do the for loop. So before the for loop, we need to make sure that your employees list is not empty. So
Okay. So
mm,
hmm.
from what I
So
see, that actually your level before you traveled was excellent, but you be slightly become a little bit rusty. So we need to remove that rust a bit by making you think here and there.
yeah. So I can do uh if I do if employee like if I copy the input here. Um, or do I need the whole thing? Eh, let's- mm, Hmm.
What is the method that we have that is able to tell us if a list have a length that is zero or a size that is zero or bigger than zero? What is that? You have to dig around so that your brain start operating like before.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know.
Mm, you sure? You sure you don't know? Can you search a for loop? You still didn't uh, yeah. I think you need to dedicate a little bit more time to programming so that you don't forget. Believe me,
Yeah.
you have put a lot of effort and you are. I give examples with your performance to my other classes actually,
Hmm. Hmm.
and you make me sad now that you start to forget.
uh, mm, yeah, I forgot how to
Okay, can you remember how do you write
think.
your old for loop?
Like my old one, yeah, 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 yeah.
The old for loop,
With that
find an
with
old for
I,
loop and explain it to me,
yeah,
please. Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Or like
So find an old for loop that works for a list.
oh okay. Don't know if we have that. Yeah, always it's the
We,
new
we,
for loop.
who said uh, see the largest here on line 236?
Well, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me the line 238, what we are doing in this for loop?
Yeah, it's the normal loop. You have the integer I is 0, then here you're doing until you reach the length of array,
Okay.
right?
So this x dot length bring us what?
This the length of the array. What's our array was we use A, right? We use this A array. Yeah.
Okay. So it means
So
that
the
we
length will
have
be
something that can tell us the length, right?
5.
Are you able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
use that in an if statement to tell you if the array is empty or not?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So let me. Oh, I can use this, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I can use this. I can use this. If I go to here, I put this um like that. Except what is my wait, uh hmm, wait. But I need this to be if I make this and to make this can I just make it employee? I don't think that will work. Like
What
employee.
is the name of your list here?
Because
You need.
it's my name listen my name on my list is employees, right? So
Mhm.
that should work, right? Ah, okay. There you
Mm-mm.
go.
Okay,
And so
so
should I do the same for here?
no, wait.
Yeah.
The thing
Okay.
is, mhm. From where you get this average salary? Uh-huh. Okay. So can you please go back to the main, please?
Okay.
Yeah, because this this seemed to work, but I want to say you write here so that we can differentiate. Right in the text, static average salary, and leave this as
Okay.
it is. So your average salary here is 0, but the
Yeah.
static one is the only one that works. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, but you still didn't fix the error actually. So there is two things. Go to the company again, please.
Okay.
I want you to go up to the list here that you're having. I want
Yeah.
you to write it as EMP. Change the name here to EMP only.
Oh, okay.
Try to run, please.
Yeah, that will
Yeah,
yeah.
fix the errors. See this error?
Okay. Yeah, then so do I just change this to EMP, but then
You have to check where you want to change. See which one you want to
uh
change.
yeah, this one.
Mhm. So you
So
has
I have to change
having
every
6
single
errors. Yeah, possible. Yeah, based on your understanding, you should change. Yes.
but there is a better way to do this, right? Then I just change everything. Right. Now is it? Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
so it will work, but there has to be a better way than to change everything.
well, the key point from what I'm telling you is that you need to understand what affects what. If something, which one, if it change, then you will have to adjust the remaining.
Very good. It won't affect the static. Yeah.
Okay, but still, because I changed this to E, your average salary still becoming 0. It means because this works, you put an if statement that prevents the previous error to occur. The previous error occurred because your list is empty. And when
Yeah.
your list is empty, you return 0 for the average. And this is what's happening here. But in fact, there must be something wrong here because you're already passing a list that is not empty. So, and it was working before. Before we changed this E, your code was working and it was calculating the
Yeah.
average. But now what happened actually? Why, when we change this to E, this doesn't seem to work and this employee list seems to be empty?
Because the array, the list here is employees, right? So when I use a different like list, then it will show not empty, right?
No, no,
No?
no. Because why? Because why? You're passing the same here. See, you're passing here this one and this one. So you're passing 2 times. One as a parameter here and one as a parameter to input to the constructor. So
Yeah.
and actually the naming here should have no relation to the naming inside the company. Okay, go to the definition of the constructor in the company.
Okay.
So the point here that I wanted to solidify your understanding and make sure that you are aware of what you write, and it is fine that you copy the code from somewhere because this is an ideal solution that it's only find in 1 or 2 sources. But what I wanted to make sure that you have is that so no, sorry, we need to close and open again.
Okay.